Hello friends, welcome to Genius Books. I am Vinod Kadkar, IS Monk. In my previous two episodes, we have seen about preamble, and today we are going to look into some of the wonderful physical features of our constitution. Hope you know the difference between polity and constitution. If you don't know, wait for one more episode. I will explain all things one by one. Okay, today we are going to look into some of the very interesting facts, features about our constitution, the book. Okay, so that's why I am calling it as physical features. Okay, and this this 3D graphics, wonderful 3D graphics which represents our entire constitution, which contains 22 parts, and this grand structure contains 22 buildings. I have explained all these things in my previous videos. This is Dr. Rajeshwari Kasturi. She is my wife. She is Additional Director General at the Finance Ministry, Government of India. Right now she is at Delhi. She created this 3D graphics which represents our entire constitution. I am taking master classes for this constitution, where I teach you how to have command over our constitution in just 3 days. Okay, if you are interested, you can join. Fine then. Now I have told about all these things in my previous videos. Today let us directly jump to this wonderful, very interesting facts about our constitution. Okay, this is the cover page of our original constitution. Okay, it contains wonderful floral and very decorative artistic work. So the lotus is there, and so many other flowers. So there are lotus. It's all golden illuminated artwork. Okay, who has done all this artwork and all that, we'll see later. Okay, now this is our original constitution, very bulky and largest constitution in the world, because its weight is 13.4 kg and its length is 58.4 centimeters and its breadth is 45.7 centimeters. It contains 234 pages. Okay. 234 is not much, don't say like that, because the paper size is very huge. Okay, 58.4 centimeter and 45.7 centimeter, and it contains, see, the Alabama, one of the USA, one of the states of USA. It has even it is larger than our constitution, but Alabama is just a state. India, our country, is a sovereign republic. So, this is the largest constitution in the world. Fine. Now, it contains, the original constitution, it contains 1,17,369 words. Okay. And originally it had 22 parts, 395 articles and 8 schedules. Now number of parts, it is increased to 25, and articles, it has crossed 500. Okay, all those things we'll see later. Now this is the original constitution that I am talking about, and its life, this book, its life is, that is self-life is 1000 years. Okay, it is handwritten on parchment sheets which are microbe resistant. That's why it can be preserved at least up to 1000 years. It is kept in our Parliament museum, and yeah, this is the thing about it. And one interesting thing is, USA's constitution, it has only 4 pages. Yeah, just 4 pages and 7 articles. Whereas ours is 234 pages and 395 articles, original constitution. Okay. So in our constitution, today I am looking into what all it contains, our constitution. Okay. When you open the page, you will find this. So this is parchment sheet. Okay. This is all artwork. See this is our state emblem. Okay, it is adopted from lion capital of Ashoka at Sarnath. This is that original lion capital at Sarnath. Okay, so in this capital there are 4 lions mounted back to back. Okay, representing 4 directions: north, south, east, and west. So these are the 4 lions. 1, 2, 3, and one more is back side. And see this. This is this abacus. This part is called abacus, circular abacus. Okay, it has this particular it is called frieze. On this frieze, there are dharma chakras. Okay, at the foot of each lion. So there are 4 dharma chakras. This is dharma chakra. So between 2 dharma chakras there is one animal. Okay, see here. This is lion. This is elephant. And the other 2 animals are there. Those are here. One is horse and another is bull. This is the front view and this is back view. Understood? So there are 4 lions that you know. Did you know about these animals? There were 4 animals, including lion also. There is also one lion is also there, and this abacus. Okay. So all 3 animals, those elephant and this elephant, lion, and this bull, they are all just walking position. Where a horse is galloping, it is jumping and running. These questions may be asked. Okay. See, in previous in one of the exam, SSC exam, they had asked about how many words were there in our original constitution. This question has been asked. Actually, it may look very trivial, but this is at least you should remember around 1,17,000. You should remember, because in that exam, in that question, what they had given in 4 options, they had given this plus 1,20,000. So these 2 are very near. So you have to be very particular in this case. Otherwise, you may end up with 1,20,000 only. So it is exactly 1,17,369 words. So similarly, they might ask about these animals. How many animals are there? Which animal is in running or galloping position? That is horse. Okay. And all these are from right to left. They are moving from right to left. So hope you remember all this. In fact, the thing is, they have asked some questions. When I attended interview, they asked questions about these animals. In fact, one is in this emblem, which is there in our constitution. This is the front part and this is back part. Here we can see those 2 animals. One is bull, another is horse. They had asked me this question: which animal do you see? So these 2 are the animals, but other 2 animals are behind these. Fine, then we'll move on to this state emblem. It was this suggestion, this resolution was moved by Nehru in Constituent Assembly to adopt this lion capital of Ashoka at Sarnath in Constituent Assembly. Okay. So after Nehru suggested about this lion capital, it was adopted as our state emblem. Actually, this portion, this is a bell portion. These are all actually lotus. This is a lotus in bell form. So it contains 21 petals, and the Dharma Chakra, it contains 24 spokes. Fine then. Now let us move on to, these are actually, this page is there in our constitution. Okay, this emblem. Fine. So one more thing. This is Constituent Assembly. We can call it as first Lok Sabha or first unofficial Lok Sabha, you can say, because it's as good as our present day Lok Sabha only. So that Constituent Assembly, which had members elected from different parts of our country that time, they were all indirectly elected. So that Constituent Assembly, it had also one emblem, that is elephant. See this elephant, it is there. This is Constituent Assembly. All the debates they have, the government of India, it had published all the debates that took place during Constituent Assembly. So they are all published in the form of around 12, 13, 14 volumes. So that is one of the books, this one. This is book number 1. So in that you can see the first page is this. There you can see this elephant as our emblem of that first Constituent Assembly. Okay, afterwards when that Constituent Assembly adopted this land capital of Ashoka at Sarnatha, then this has become our state emblem. Okay. Now when you turn your pages in Constitution book, next you find preamble. You know what is preamble, okay? Walk before. You remember that Penguin and Sachin Tendulkar, Tenzing, Edmund Hillary. So that preamble page is here. Here also this is a beautiful artwork. This one, you can see this artwork. This is again lotus, and this is text of our constitution. Our preamble. Hope you can recite that preamble, right? We the people of India. Okay. So this about preamble I talked so much in my previous video, so I'm not going to say anything right now. So this is preamble, which is the second page of our constitution. Okay, next, as we are moving inside our constitution book actually. Okay, so you know our constitution, original constitution, it had 22 parts. So first part, this is the page. Okay, see, this is part 1. What it is all about? It's about the union and its territory. This is the part 1. Okay, so in each part, that page, wherever that heading is there, above that you find one beautiful artwork. So this is what is this. Just I have given this in the enlarged portion. This represents our Harappan civilization. This is a bull. It is called Zebu bull. And all these are seals found in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Okay, so this artwork, it represents Mohenjo-daro period or Harappan culture. Okay, this is, so part 1, this is represented by this bull. Okay, now moving on to next page, next part. So the part 2 in our constitution is about citizenship. There you find this another wonderful artwork. This represents what it represents. This is Vedic period. Okay. This is one Gurukula Ashrama. So representing all Vedic rishis and all those people, they are doing some yajna. So this part 2, citizenship, it contains this artwork in our constitution. So again, this is all that artwork, and this is what the calligraphy. I told you, you know, I think. So the entire constitution is handwritten. It's called calligraphy. It's a beautiful handwriting. So the person who did that will see that in the end. So this is the artwork representing our Vedic period that is there in part 2. Okay, next moving on to part 3. Part 3 is about fundamental rights. So this is our actual page in our constitution. This artwork, it represents epic period. So this is from Ramayana. This Rama, Sita and Lakshmana are there after conquering the evil, that is Ravana. Then they are going back to Ayodhya. So that scene is represented by this mesmerizing artwork. So this is there in part 3, fundamental rights. Okay, fine. Next part is part 4. It's about directive principles of state policy. You say DPS. So this is part 4. This is artwork. Okay, I'll change the color of my pen so that you can see it more clearly. Okay, so this is the artwork. Again, this is epic period only. This scene is from Mahabharata, particularly Bhagavad Gita. Okay, see Arjuna, he is almost giving up. He was not ready to continue the war. Then Krishna preaches him Bhagavad Gita. That scene is here. This is in part 4. Okay, this is the heading and this is the scene, artwork. Okay, next we'll move on to part 5. Okay, part 5 is about the union. Okay, union is part 5 and this wonderful scene is from, you can see Buddha here. Okay, Buddha belonged to which period? Mahajanapada, Nanda period, Nandas. Okay, so here is our enlightened man Buddha. Okay, so this is, you can see one yeah, it is written one deer is also there. In Deer Park he gave his first sermon. Okay, so that scene is this. Okay, moving on to next. This is also Buddha and Mahavira are contemporaries. Okay, so this is here in the scene Mahavira is there. So he is also enlightened person. They are called Kevalis. Okay, he attained his Kaivalya, nothing but enlightenment. Buddha attained his enlightenment under the Bodhi Vriksha. What about Mahavira? Under which tree he got his enlightenment? Kaivalya. He was also sitting under a tree. Buddha was sitting under Bodhi Vriksha, people tree. What about Mahavira? You know? Okay. That is rosewood. Rosewood tree. Okay. So this is about Mahavira. And even you can, do you know which rivers these two people are connected with? You just find out. Okay. I cannot tell each and everything at this moment. When we take up history, then I can explain all those things. Fine. These are very interesting things. You have to note down such things. Okay. Fine then. Next, we'll move on to part 7. Part 7 is about states in part B of the first schedule. See, after we got freedom, independence from British, our country was not like this. Okay, there are different parts. British ruled India was there, our princely states were there. So, that time they put different parts of our country into different states. That is, part A about actual states, part B about other states, part C, part D, like that. So part 7 talks about the states in part B of the first schedule. So this particular part is represented by this scene. What is this? This is Mauryan period. Mauryan period. Okay, scene from Mauryan period. Okay. So here spread of Buddhism and all that you can see in this scene. Okay, next we'll move on to this is again Mauryan period, not Mauryan period, this is Gupta period, Mauryan over. No? So here you can see one temple. So how our art and culture flourished during Gupta period and all that it depicts here, this particular scene. This is one Yaksha. Okay, so this is about part 8. Part 9, this is also from Gupta period only, and this particular scene is court of Vikramaditya. King Vikramaditya is sitting here and is issuing one coin there. Okay, so this is his court. This also belongs to Gupta period. This is part 9 of our constitution. Okay, next we'll move on to part 10. See, part 10 is about the scheduled and tribal areas. This scene is Nalanda Vishwavidyalaya, Nalanda University. Okay, so it is there in part 10. Moving on to next part 11. Part 11 is about relations between the union and states. So this particular and beautiful horse is there. So this is seen from what? This particular scene is Orison sculptures. It was very famous. Okay. This is all about artistic sculpture work from Orissa. Now it's called Odisha. So it's all about relations between the union and states. Next we'll move on to part 12. You know about this, right? Dancing Nataraja, dancing Shiva. So this is Nataraja. Okay. This is about part 12, finance, property, contracts and suits. Okay, next part is what? These are all actual pages from our constitution. Okay. So each part is represented by one particular scene from our history. Okay. So our constitution, if you look at these pages, you will be taken to our, you will be taken back, okay, into our history. So wonderful it is. And okay, next is what? Yeah, this is beautiful. This scene is from Mahabalipuram. Okay, you can see this particular scene. Can you see this person? He is standing on one leg. Okay, this is known as Arjuna's penance. So Arjuna, it's a very, you can say, he is indulged in self-punishment through this tapasya. Okay, so this is actually this sculpture. You can find it at Mahabalipuram. Okay, so a huge boulder, this thing is there, and on that they have carved all these wonderful scenes from our mythology. So this is also represented by Bhagirath. Bhagirath, you know who is Bhagirath? He brought Ganga from heaven to earth. So it was so forceful, Ganga river, that he requested Shiva to control it. That's why Shiva stopped it, and then after that it came in a controlled speed, it entered earth. So this particular scene is also about Bhagirathas who brought Ganga from Kailasa. Okay. So this is in part 13. That is trade, commerce and intercourse within the territory of India. Okay. Next scene is part 14. This is Akbar's court. This is medieval period, okay. Akbar and Mughals, all those things. So this is part 4. He is Akbar. This is Akbar's court. And part 14 is about services under the union and states. Okay, next we'll move on to part 15. Okay, part 15 is about elections in our constitution, and here we find two very famous historic figures. One is Shivaji Maharaj, another is Guru Gobind Singh. Okay, this is part 15. Next, yeah, this is during British period. This is 1857, the great mutiny of Sipai. This is Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai, and this person is Tipu Sultan. Okay, both these figures are there in part 16. Okay, this is again parchment sheet, this is again artwork, this is calligraphy, and these two are these famous personalities from our freedoms movement. Okay, next part 17. It's all about our freedom movement. You can see here Gandhiji. So part 17 of our constitution is all about official language. Okay, here is Gandhiji. This particular scene is from a very famous Dandi Yatra, that is about salt satyagraha. Okay, so this is Bapuji. Part 17. Okay, now part 18. Again Gandhiji. Part 18 is all about emergency provisions in our constitution, and here this scene, Gandhiji at Naukholi, West Bengal. After we got independence, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel and all stalwarts were busy with handling the things during that time. They were forming new constitution, they are deciding about what kind of constitution we should have and all that. So they were all busy with all those things. But Gandhiji was, again, he was trying to bring peace among the people who were involved in communal riots at that time. He visited Naukholi. There, that scene is this. Okay, he was invited by some ladies, and then there he took peace march. He was not successful at Naukholi. That is different part of the history. But this depicts the efforts of Gandhiji to bring peace in society. So this is Naukholi scene. Okay, that is part 18. Now part 19 is some miscellaneous things, some provisions. You can see those things later when we actually enter into constitutional matters. Again, this is part 19. It is represented by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay, it's all about freedom movement. So part 19 you can connect with Netaji. So this is how, see, the thing is what master class I am taking. After you finish all the that course, you will be having the entire picture in your hand. You can recall all each and every part, each and every article, just visualizing yourself and all that. So that is how part 19 you can connect to Netaji. Okay. So it's all very wonderful. Okay. You can master our entire constitution within few 3 days means it is representative. You can take 1 week or 1 month. It all depends on you. Okay. In 3 days, I can give you tips. I can give you hacks how to remember all the things. Okay, not just remembering, understanding things. Then it's all left to you. You can master in just 3 days. Okay, you can join my course. You can download my app, Genius, book classes, all exams. You can download this app. There I'm giving you all these video lectures and printed notes and all that. Okay, now part 19 is of miscellaneous things, and this part 19 you find the artwork of this our most famous personalities, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay. Now moving on to the next part, part 20. Now the history part is over. From epics, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro civilization till we got our freedom. So it's all we can. It's like a wonderful journey through our history. Okay. Now 20, part 20. See, you can see here Himalayas. Part 20 is an amendment of Constitution. So you can see the beautiful, the mesmerizing Himalayas. Okay. Next, part 21. After Himalayas, what is this? This is a great Thar desert. Okay. This is part 21. Now last part is Himalayas, or Himalayas represent our fauna and flora, forest and animal world. Then deserts. Now ocean. This is ocean. This is wonderful boat. Okay, this is the last part of our constitution. This boat represents, it's a ocean, it has no end. Okay, so this boat represents we have to move beyond our limits, beyond our ordinary faculties. We have to go to higher, we have to elevate ourselves in this life. That's what it represents, boat. So these are all 22 parts in our original constitution. This original constitution is preserved as it is. Okay, whatever they have added and all that, they are in separate books. And all articles, whatever is there, 395 is there. Even now also, no article numbers, it has cost 500. But the reference number, they are written. Our constitution contains 395 articles only. Whatever they have added, they have just added. Suppose, for example, Article 2, they have added Article 2A. And in Panchayat Raj Act and all that, they have added 243A, B, C, D, like that. So, but that referring number is same, 1 to 395. Okay, fine. Then the last pages of our constitution, you can find signatures of all those members of Constituent Assembly. Okay, I have chosen some 2 pages only here. They are very interesting. I'll tell you why. So here, Jawaharlal Nehru, he has signed, and all other members. Our Constituent Assembly president was, who was president? Babu Rajendra Prasad. Okay, he has no place actually to sign here. All other people, they have signed, members. There was no place for uh, Rajendra Prasad ji. What he did, he just signed above the head of Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, that's what is this. This is Babu Rajendra Prasad, President of Constituent Assembly. His signature. And just one more thing, this Sachidanand Sinha, he signed crossed this art frame. Why it is so? It indicates that once the draft of our constitution is ready, they have written all the things, the handwritten thing and signatures and all that, they were finished first. After that, it was sent to all this artwork and all that. So this sign was there before this artwork was done. Satyan Sinhaji, he didn't know that they are going to put on frame artful this artwork they are going to do like this and all that. He didn't know about the size of this page. So he just signed and it has overshoot that frame. So that is this is very interesting. So it was sent after once that entire thing was ready, draft, handwritten constitution. It was sent to Shantiniketan, Vishwabharati, to Nandalal Bose. He was the chief artist. Okay, so he illuminated all this artwork. Along with him, he got some students there. They, all those people, they did artwork, okay, and all those things, and particularly this calligraphy is done by, see here, and in the end they have acknowledged that also. Okay, calligraphy, that handwritten work, it is done by this Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada or Saxena. So he is the artist who did this calligraphy. So beautiful handwritten, handwriting art. Fine then. So is it not very interesting? Wonderful it is. So if you look at our constitution, it's not a dry book. Okay, may say it's bulky. It's a lawyer's paradise. Blah blah blah. So many criticism is there, but leave it aside. It's a wonderful book. It's very lively. It's full of life. You can just, if you just look at the page, turn to the page, you will enter into entirely a different world. You will go back in history. So that is how our constitution is formed, and it is really wonderful. This is the front page. This is front, this is back of our constitution. This is beautiful artwork. This is a wonderful artwork, okay. Nandlal Bose and his team. Even some of his relatives also, some small kids also, they have done some artwork in this original constitution. Okay, so remember the calligraphies that Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada or Saxena. Fine, that's all. This is the end of today's episode. See you very soon in my next video. Please subscribe to my channel. Ask your friends also to subscribe. I am giving you rarest of rare things which are very very helpful for your all exams, even from IAS to Police Constable exams. These are very wonderful things. They might ask any question on these things. Okay, so even if they don't ask question, it is worth reading all these things, knowing all these things. So thank you very much. See you very soon in my next video.